Pokemon Academy Life Friday! Welcome back to Pokemon Academy Life Fridays, guys. Last episode, we dealt with the disciplinary committee, found a ghost. It was a Miss Magius and all that good shit. There's gonna be an eye at the top of the screen. I think it's over here. I gotta get used to where the eye pops up at. I don't not quite remember, but it's up here. Something interesting happened, right? So when I clicked that I was gonna go to bed, this happened. So apparently, okay, all right. Skyla apparently sent me a text. Now, this didn't happen in the base before the Celebi Wing situation. So this is new. You know what it is. We got to do this new content. So without further ado, let's dive in. Oh, Skyla, hey. I don't think I had your number. Nope, I just remembered I need to reach out to you, though. Got this number from Gardenia. Hope that's all right. She got this number from Gardenia, who got it from Nate. Well, when it's out there, it's out there. Totally fine, yeah. You said you need to reach out, right? Right. We were gonna ask your professors about heroism, I think. Yeah, whether doing a good thing for the wrong person is all that bad, and how I could be a hero until I actually get superpowers. Right, I was gonna try to convince you you're already a pro hero, or a hero. I think we discussed around that point. Well, that's the plan. Are you gonna do it alone, or? I could, but I thought you might want to come with. I don't think I know your bug-type elective instructor, so this would be a chance to meet a new member of the faculty. Which is pretty good. I'll see you there, no rush, but I'd like to talk to both of them. It's cool, I'll make for it at some point. Talk to you later. Sayonara! Okay, so I guess we're hanging out with Skyla? I guess? Oh shit, we're getting close, guys. We're getting close to the start of June. You wake up with no particular plans for the day. What a nice change of pace. You're free to spend Sunday however you want. Keep in mind that if you have any interest in participating in a Millennium Drop Water Festival contest, you should increase your coordinating knowledge before the preliminaries on Wednesday. Well, thank goodness for the Celebi Wing, because we managed to do that double time, which meant we managed to get that leveled up a little bit more for the others, because, you know, we got to redo everything twice. So every time we did the water elective, we got some Millennial Drop experience or contest experience, and then every time we dealt with May and any other people that were directly involved in the content of the thing. But this is good. That means we get another freaking level up in this. So let's go. Joining the Millennium Drop will be a significant time commitment. However, passing up this opportunity means you may have never have any success as a coordinator for the rest of your life. The choice is yours. Think carefully. They put that in blue, which means we have to choose. Yeah. I'm sorry. So since it's Sunday, it's a free day. We have so many people. Did y'all notice something about Sabrina's model? Did they change? Hold on, let me see something real quick. Okay, no, she looks the same here. Her image here is just different. I think her image was more like everybody else, but since the update, it changed her a little bit. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy. I don't notice it. But we got Dawn to level up. We got the homie, what's his name? Fuck, Wally. I don't know, I'm drawing a blank. We got Gardenia, and we got B and Janine. Obviously, Sunday, we can do whatever we want. So we probably got enough time to hang out with at least 3 people. Try to squeeze 2 of them in this episode, and maybe another one another episode. But either way, let's go hang out with Dawn. Oh, she's singing? I mean, this will get us some experience probably in the coordinator knowledge. So we got to keep that in mind. Okay. Okay, that's enough, I think. Thanks. My arms are pretty sore. Oh, I was modeling. You know, when I said I was ready to be your muscle, you corrected me and said the word was muse. But I've spent so much time holding poses and flexing. I think being your muscle might have been more accurate. I don't think this sculpture should take too much longer. Great. That means I could see it, right? Yep, I think it's time. 1 second. You absent-mindedly massage your sore muscles as you wait for Dawn to come back. You know, massaging the glutes and shit because you're stuck in a pose the whole time. What is this? This is not, but you get what I mean. You're stuck in a pose, so you're building some muscles and probably using muscles that you don't normally use. The 2 of you have settled into a familiar routine. Whenever you have some spare time, Dawn will find you and you'll sneak off together to the ice-type classroom. Sounds like a romantic getaway if I do say so myself. Dawn would then ask you to strike a variety of poses for her, asking you to hold particular positions for a while she transferred them to a sketch, which she then supposedly based her sculptures on. You had never been present for the actual carving of the sculpture, though. Dawn seemed to find the idea terrifying. You also wondered privately what the point of all this posing and flexing was, given that you had always stayed fully dressed throughout the process. This isn't necessarily something you were disappointed over, but it did raise some questions, some quirk of the artistic process, perhaps. Okay, here it is. Please don't laugh. Okay, let's see what you got. Oh, hey. What? What noise is that? Nothing. It's nothing. I mean, that looks kind of good. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. She over-exaggerated the body a little bit. I mean, I got like a 12-pack right there when normally it's an 8, but you know what I mean? I can't falter on that. You know, a little bit of artistic flavor, you know. Yeah, my head is right. You know, it could probably be a little bit bigger to kind of match. My neck's kind of, you know, I mean, it looks good. I mean, the sensor bar down here, okay. You think it's ridiculous? I wouldn't say ridiculous, but what's wrong with it? I don't know how to say this, but my crotch has become a cube. My forearms disappeared, and I gained about 100 pounds of muscle. Come to think of it, I'm pretty sure I recognize this body. Sorry. It's very flattering. I'm just not sure it's really me. If me is what you were going for, I mean. Yeah, I was. I'm sorry. I should have asked you to take your shirt off, but it's a bit embarrassing. Most sculptors, painters, people like that, real artists, they work with nude models for a long time before even trying something like that. She just slid off the screen. They get used to seeing it, I mean. But I never got the chance to do that. All I've really learned, I just learned from practice or the occasional video on the internet. Well, your Altaria sculpture was absolutely amazing. I guess it's not as embarrassing asking a Pokemon to undress. On the bright side, it shouldn't be too hard to just shave away at the muscle and the cube to just make it smaller. It would be a problem if you had to make it bigger. Yeah, but I think I'm gonna go put it in the freezer. To keep the Altaria company? Yep, we'll just let them chill out together. Oh, I see what she did there. Ha! But you know, if you wanted to do something more with these sculptures you spent so long on, then... Sai, I told you I don't. We've talked about this. Okay. Yeah, I know. You don't want to transport them overseas. You don't want to submit them to anything in Inspiria, and you don't want to bring them to Unova because Sonoan artists have never won anything in Unova since the Cold War. Right, but what? It wasn't necessarily a competition. I know you aren't great with crowds or a competition. I actually don't mind crowds. Oh, really? When I was touring the Sonoan contest circuit, well, if I had gotten used to the crowds, then I would have died. No, I'm actually more okay with crowds than one-on-one conversations. Like the ones we're having? Like the ones we're having. When it's a crowd, what you say doesn't really matter as long as you look like you're doing well. But when it's just one person, your words need to be perfect. Well, you're mixing your words up around me less. I hope that means you're feeling more comfortable. I hope so too. And since we're talking about it, I guess I should probably mention I don't really mind competition either. Seriously? Man, I was just wrong on so many counts then. It's alright. I get why you think that, but I don't mind competing. What I don't like is having to compete, feeling like I have to fulfill some sort of purpose, and that purpose is just to beat someone. I'd like to think that Arceus has more in store for me than beating somebody up, whether it's in a contest, a battle, or, I guess, an exhibit. Instructor Valerie says there's nothing great was ever accomplished by someone who wasn't having fun. I'm not sure if it's completely true, but I know I'm not having fun when I have to do something, even if it's something I normally enjoy doing. That's probably pretty weird, right? Nah, I think a lot of people feel like that. Duty is the death of love. Something I read about. Last time we were here, you mentioned that you were pretty inspired by the Sonoan playwright, right? You even carved a scene from the Red Chain. I looked into his stories, and it was pretty heavy stuff. I kind of couldn't get through it. That line that stuck with me, though. I really appreciate you listening to me when I hobby about my blabs. Oh, that was almost a whole 15 minutes. Blab is definitely a new one, though. Not sure if I've heard you use that word before. Never mind. Mess it up. That's a fun one. Careful. I can decide to give you a sculpture a silly nose. Noted. Or should I say, nosed. Ha. You and Dawn eventually get back into casual conversation, and the topic circles back around to competition. Suddenly, Dawn offers up. My philosophy in competitions is don't beat your opponent, beat who you were yesterday. Huh. That's a pretty good philosophy, sure. It's what Cynthia said to me after she beat me. Oh. Kinda takes on a different tone knowing it came from her then. Yeah, a little bit. I don't think she's ever had to deal with not beating an opponent. I wonder. Anyway, I try to follow that philosophy, but it's hard. I actually get kinda competitive. Oh, I know. I've battled you. I hope one day it's as easy for me to beat myself as it was for Cynthia. I'll be there to push you forward till that day. Of course, that doesn't mean you're gonna be beating me. We'll see. Why do I feel a shiver run down my spine? What were you trying to convince me of before? Wait, are you thinking? No! Well, maybe. I want to know what it is first, of course. Great, it's an art exhibition that Kobukan holds at the end of the year for their more artistic students. I think there are prizes, but it's pretty low stakes sort of thing. And I talked with instructor Melody. She says that ice exhibits have been shown before, and there are cooling glass cupboards we can display them in. It seems like a great idea, right? I guess. Why do you want me to show them off, though? Your muscles won't be that big when I'm done, you know? Yeah, no, I know. It's not about me, honestly. I think the Altaria is way more impressive. No, I just think that such awesome sculpture should be seen by other people. You're very nice. Come on, I can't be the only person to say your statues are awesome, right? My mom never has. Okay, friends then. There were 3 people my age in Snow Point. What? Wasn't it a city? In the technical sense, most families moved away if they had kids, though, especially during winter. It would get so cold that your windows would crack. Oh, I didn't mind that, though. It just got lonely sometimes. So, you really didn't have any friends? There was one girl I spent a lot of time with. Her name was Bindi. She was not the best person in retrospect, but she never tried to stop me from doing what I was doing. And she never tried to get me to do anything else, so I hung out with her. All the time, actually. What do you mean she wasn't the best person? Did she do something wrong? Nothing specifically, but every time I did something, no matter what it was, she'd make fun of me. And criticize even the smallest thing for no reason. I think she was just bored, but everyone at Snow Point was bored. I don't think that was really fair of her. And she'd always pull pranks by having her ghastly jump out at people to scare them, and they'd fall in the snow and get all wet. And she did this to other people too, not just me, in case it sounded like she was only bullying me. She wasn't. Jeez, I'm sorry, that sounds grossly unfair. Yeah, she called herself my rival in coordinating, but she didn't do what rivals are supposed to do. We're rivals, right? Of course. So we push each other forward. But Mindy just dragged me back, and... well, that's what my mom said when she banned Mindy from ever seeing me again. How did you feel about that? I don't know. I think it might have been for the best, but after that, I was so lonely. I didn't have anyone to talk to about anything except Pokemon. It was the only thing that anyone had in common. I guess after that, I might have started resenting Pokemon a little bit, since I had to talk about them, if I wanted to talk about anything with anyone ever. So it seems like more than anything, Dawn doesn't like to be forced to do something. At least I could talk about the sculpture, fashion, and theaters with Mindy, even if she insulted my taste every time we talked. I can get how there would be some conflicting emotions there. But hey, I'm here now, and I don't know anything about that stuff that interests you, but I mean, I can learn. Thank you. Thank you, Sai. You're really a fantastic rival. I felt like Muse was like a better name for a rank up, but I mean, calling rival was pretty good too. There's not nothing wrong with that. Don't mention it. I'm not even trying. Okay, I'm not promising anything, but this exhibition you mentioned, when is it? February 19th. Okay, again, I'm not promising, but it's May 30th. It's already been done. Dang it. You used to look really embarrassed whenever you did that. Now you just seem annoyed. Progress? I'd call it that. It may just be inches, but it's progress. You know, I have some more time. Maybe I'll put that sculpture out and see about shaving off a bit of the, extra muscle. Alright, but let's take a picture of it first. I want to hang that up in my future weight room. Something to work towards, you know? Hey, this music, though, they picked for Dawn is pretty good, bitch. We actually never hung out with Wally before, so... Hey. Hey, that's a Johto music. If y'all know, y'all know. I don't know where, but I think I remember. It's a route or a city. While walking into the gym, you notice Wally is standing in front of the battle simulators. Many of the trainers around him are engaged in actual battles, but he seems transfixed on the computer screen in front of him, hands quickly typing out calculations and setting up virtual scenarios. You watch for a moment, but he seems quite invested in his task, only pausing every once in a while to scribble something in a Flygon-themed notebook open on the desk next to him. Curious, you decide to approach. What are you working on? Yeah, just ask him nicely.
Oh, hi, Senpai. My Pokemon are tired. I'm waiting for them to rest up. I thought I'd put some hours into the simulator in the meantime.
Hey, this music is nice, though. This remix? Shit! Da, da, da. I said da, da, da. Da. Oh my god! I get it now. Seems you taking trainings really seriously, huh?
I try to.
He's avoiding eye contact. He does that a lot, huh? Even though he's a friendly guy who I'm pretty sure likes me, it feels like he always a bit uncomfortable. Hey, are you near a good stopping point?
Just about. Just wrapping up some speed-type probability matrices. Okay, I'm done. What, can I help you with, Senpai?
Not sure. Something you can help me with as much as it's just something I'd like to do together with you.
I'm sorry?
Let's go grab some food from the cafeteria. You know, an early lunch, late breakfast, maybe brunch.
Oh, sure. Brunch. Let me just grab my notebooks.
Wally closes his Flygon-themed notebook and puts it in a small bag, which despite its small size, you notice he visibly struggles to pick up.
That's heavy.
Want a hand?
I should probably do it. Gotta get in my reps, you know.
You sound like Brendan.
Yeah, I was quoting him.
Fair. Come on then. You make your way to the cafeteria. Wally's lagging behind someone as he struggles under the weight of his big bag. A few minutes later, you're sitting across from Wally as he happily digs into a Koba berry parfait.
I'm telling you, Senpai, you need to try one of these. They're the best thing this cafeteria serves.
Call me old-fashioned, but I think you really can't go wrong with a plain old Pekka berry. I mean, Koba berries are so dry and bitter.
Well, yeah, but that's the point. Yogurt and honey glaze offsets the natural bitterness of the berry. It's like the perfect bittersweet combination.
Not sure I can agree with you there.
Well, I guess my tastes were pretty influenced by May's, and she'd eat pretty much anything she could fit in her mouth. I never got her appreciation for spicy food, but other stuff, sure.
Huh? You mentioned Brendan earlier and May just now. You're...
Oh, we're dorm mates.
Sure, was there something more?
There might have been. I mean, we knew each other in Hoenn.
Wow, 3 childhood friends all ending up at Kobacon at the same time? What are the odds of that?
Yeah, it's pretty unlikely. Although, actually, doesn't it seem like a lot of the Kobacon students joined with someone they knew when they were younger? May, Brendan, Serena, and Caleb. These 2 students called Hilbert and Hilda, the Galarians.
Huh. Yeah.
I guess that's gravity in the metaphorical sense.
Well, tell me about your time in Hoenn. I know the gist of Brendan and May's relationship back then, but I don't think I knew you were part of it.
Oh, I wasn't. I mean, we knew each other and we were friendly, but we weren't really friends. I couldn't be, actually. I was...
What?
Weak.
Wow. Whoa.
Come on, guys, wait up. For me, you're going too fast. Come on, Wally, you can't keep lagging behind like that or we'll forget you're even with us. I can't believe I allowed you to convince me to drag me into this filthy forest. Don't you know bugs can drop from the treetop at any moment? I'll need to take the longest bath when I get home. What you mean by that? We're here for the bugs. Oh, spare me the thought, you wild girl. You're intolerable. Bug Pokemon are repulsive, not cute, nor beautiful at all. Holy shit, Brendan was obsessed with things looking good. He didn't like an ugly Pokemon at all. It was an episode, I think last episode when we did a Brendan rank up, he talked about that. He actually talked about it a few times throughout playing the game. That's crazy. Yeah, well, what's the first part of Beautifly's name then? I've never heard of that Pokemon, but based on Aridos and Heracross, you ain't got any idea what Beautifly are. Guys, I need you to slow down.
Huh? Did you hear something, Brendan?
Don't try to distract me. I know the moment I look away from here, you'll probably throw a bug at me, tear your clothes off again, and leave me stranded in this creepy forest.
Tear your clothes off? Hold up. throwing a bug at him and tearing off her clothes. What kind of shit May into?
It ain't creepy, you posh pants prick. It's got a beauty way more than all that wax you use on your Pokemon, or that dumb hair dye you use. What? I didn't dye my hair. This is a hat! Guys, please, I can't breathe, Oh, so you're the proper guy who's always saying, wear synthetics, brush your teeth, and stupid stuff like that. But you think wearing a floppy glove on your head is fashion? You Philistine, this is high fashion. A custom-knit beanie made by Valerie herself, before she left Johto. Before she even started her fashion career. Don't you understand what that means? Guys.
Damn. I was weak. I couldn't keep up with it. It seemed like Brendan and May were like assholes to one another. I mean, I guess that's the definition of childhood friends. Like, you never know, you know what I mean? Like, if y'all end up being real tight. I mean, you don't really know that until it happens. But like, back then, they were fucking dicks to each other. But you were kids, right? What they were doing, they couldn't keep up with. Battling or contests or... So I am being literal. I physically couldn't keep up with them because I was physically weak. What? There was one time when we were all running in the Petalburg forest. They were going to catch a Pokemon, I think. I think that was the day they caught Brendan Shroomish, actually. May was strong and wild. Brendan had long legs. They both got ahead of me as I struggled behind, and I started having an attack. I couldn't breathe, and I tried to scream for help, but turns out you need air in your lungs to do that. I just fell to the ground and gasped, and I almost passed out. But I didn't. I stayed awake. I stayed awake, gasping for breath, trapped in that tall grass, breathing desperately, hoping someone would notice me. For 2 hours. Damn, Brendan and May didn't know their friend was missing!
Help, please, someone help. I don't want to die here. I don't want to be left behind. I don't want to be forgotten. I don't want to be weak. I don't want to be weak. I don't want to be weak!
Oh, he screamed that. Holy shit.
I couldn't move, but I eventually got enough of my breath back that I could fill my lungs with air slowly by working up to it. I had to train my lungs to take in more air as I was trying to breathe it out. I screamed. Brendan and May were long gone by that point, but I hoped someone would hear me. And then someone did. This little guy.
Oh, the Ralts. Oh shit, I did not mean to do that. I wanted to look at the little Ralts.
Yep. You know, it's funny. Everyone knows Ralts can sense emotions through their horns, right?
Most people don't know that, but I guess you and I do, sure.
Why do we specify for Ralts specifically that they can sense emotions from their horns? I mean, Hatterene can do it, Sylveon can do it, Blissey can do it, but no one ever specifies how they do it, right? And why the horns specifically? Because people say that Ralts read emotions with their horns. Like, that explains anything. Horns can't do that. Houndoom has horns, but it's not reading emotions with them. There's like Shuppet, which is able to read emotions through its singular horn, but that's not a horn in the traditional sense. It's just an extrusion. It's the same ectoplasmic fleshy material the rest of the Pokemon is made of. I think I need to read the report where they identified Ralt's horn as the conduit for its empathy, because I'm not sure I'll ever understand otherwise.
Dude, if this is what Cobra Berries make you think about, I think I do need to try them out.
Sorry, senpai, I kinda get into Pokemon biology and history, and I just wish I understood the training part as well. Anyway, where was I in the story?
You were writhing about and choking in the grass.
Oh, yeah. Well, Ralts must have sensed my panic and my helplessness. With his horn, I guess. It's funny, actually. Ralts are never seen so far west of Petalburg. He must have sensed me panicking and freaking out from miles away. I'm glad he did. He came up to me, put his little hands on my chest, and sat on me.
What?
Yeah, it didn't help me breathe, but it did help me calm down. He was chattering away a storm. I guess he thought he was helping, since I got up from the grass that day and was able to make my way home. I guess maybe he did. He followed me home, and the next day I went to the local gym leader, asked to borrow a Zigzagoon, and caught the Ralts that, more or less, saved me. I never thought about becoming a trainer before, but after that day, I knew it was what I had to do.
You just decided that after a single day?
Yeah. I mean, I don't blame Brendan and May. It's my own weakness that caused this. But I can't be the kind of person who trails behind someone else. I can't be the kind of person too weak to keep up with my friends. I can't be forgotten behind, gasping for air ever again. I need to be a trainer, a strong trainer. Someone who can fight for himself, defend himself, and get what he wants for himself and other people. But I was late. I mean, this only happened a few years ago. Everyone I knew had gotten into Pokemon years earlier. I'm playing catch up to everyone here.
I know how you feel, man. When I first showed up at KobaCon, I felt like I was being thrown in the deep end.
Really? You always seem so confident.
I guess I was, actually. Still am. Sure, I felt like I was being thrown into the deep end, but I know how to swim, and swimming in the deep end isn't any harder than swimming in the shallow end.
Lucky. What's your secret?
A supportive mom and a close relationship with a world-famous Pokemon professor.
Might have missed the boat on that one. Wait, actually, I'm in Professor Rowan's class. He's world famous, and he does remember my name, which is basically a close relationship when it comes to him.
Hey, I've got a question.
Yeah?
Why did you hide during the first quarter class when Lucia went to interview you? I mean, you don't seem like you're that camera shy.
Can you keep a secret?
Historically, no.
Alright then, I guess I can't tell you.
Damn. What if I tried really hard?
I guess that's good enough.
Well, after the incident at Pellberg Woods, I was sent to Vernon Turf. The air there is supposed to be really fresh and clean. A lot of people with conditions live there.
I was living with my cousin Wanda before, and Vernon Turf, I was living with my aunt and uncle.
Oh, no parents mentioned.
But my aunt and uncle are going through a really messy divorce, and they split shortly after I moved there. And they refuse to talk to each other except through me. I think you know where this is going.
Oh my god. They have no idea you're here.
Yeah. Each of them thinks I'm with the other. Wanda thinks I'm with both of them. I took the KobaCon entrance exam behind their back, and they were none the wiser. I think they'll probably figure it out before I graduate, but I'm just hoping that they figure it out late enough they can't do much about it.
So, you just got into KobaCon with almost no training experience.
KobaCon is prepared to teach trainers with zero experience or trainers who could already be champions. That's what the website says anyway.
Yeah, I've heard that, but man, how are you going to pay for it? I mean, if your aunt and uncle don't know and Wanda doesn't know, then who could pay for it?
Wally shifts uncomfortably and coughs into his hand, taking out a sanitary wipe. He rubs it over his hand several times before slowly speaking, very precisely. My family has a lot of generational wealth. We're a pretty old and important family in Owen. The reason I never thought about becoming a trainer is because I don't actually need to be a trainer or anything. I could never work a day in my life and have everything I wanted, except my dignity.
Wait, are you a stone like Steven Devencourt?
No, not that important.
A Winstraight?
Oh, that's a deep cut, but no, not a Winstraight and not a Waters either. We're not like that, but we have a good amount of money and, well, this is going to sound bad, but they won't really notice if a large amount of money goes missing. I want to pay them back, of course, but I can't do that until I graduate.
What do you do when you graduate?
Come on, I won't laugh. I wouldn't put money on that. Sometimes when I take a step back and think about what I want to do, I can't help but laugh at it myself. But I want to make the Dragon Ascent. What the fuck is that? Wait, you mean like the tower in Hoenn? You've heard of it? That's pretty unusual for a Cantonian. You know a lot about Pokemon, huh, Senpai?
Yeah, I'm kinda hyper obsessed. Tell me about the Dragon Ascent though. I think I know the gist, but there might be parts I'm missing.
Sure, there's a tower in Hoenn called the Sky Pillar. It was built thousands of years ago by a tribe of native Hoenn Indians called the Draconids. It's got 50 floors and it's an absolute death trap. Not just because it's made of 1,000-year-old stone, because it was built on purpose to be full of traps and puzzles. We have to assume that someone has successfully climbed it, but we don't have any records of it. Making it trickier is for the safety of the people. It's been closed off to the public for centuries, with only Draconid and Sutobians descendants being permitted on the island it's on, for heritage and pilgrimage reasons. And they're not climbing it, of course, just worshipping, actually. If I can make it to the top, then I'll be the first person in recorded history to do so. There's a legend that if you reach the top, you can claim a kind of power that no one's ever seen before. From the descriptions, it sounds like some kind of powerful mythical Pokemon with a unique transformation. It seems similar to Mega Evolution, but not exactly the same.
Wally, that sounds really ambitious.
Yeah, it is. It's insane. It would be insane if anyone else wanted to do it, and it's even more insane that I want to do it. But I do, and I'm going to.
Okay.
Wait, Senpai, what do you mean okay? I mean, I believe you. I think you can make the Dragon Ascent. Senpai, come on, you're just humoring me. I mean, I haven't even shown you my notebooks.
Your notebooks? Oh, is that what's in them? That's why you have so many?
Yep. I've been taking notes on the Sky Pillar and planning my Dragon Ascent for almost 6 years now. I should probably have spent that time training. But it doesn't matter. I'm going to climb that tower before I graduate.
Whoa, what? Before you graduate? Isn't that cutting it a bit tight?
Yeah, but it's necessary. Like I said, I need to pay my family back. If I took that money, snuck off to Kobokan, and didn't do something to make it worth it, then I'd just be a thief. I hate thieves. And so did the Draconid people, because they built all these traps to keep thieves out of the tower, keeping them away from getting to the treasure at the top. Here, take a look at some of my notes.
Oh, okay. So he does have notes. A bunch of notes. Hold on. Is it only 7 notes? Buy headphones, new trash metal kill album? Wait a minute. He really did do his due diligence with this. Wow. You really put a lot of thought into this, and you're really looking for a shortcut, weren't you?
Believe me, I tried so hard. I thought if I just looked hard enough, I'd figure out some way to get into that no one thought of, but I guess over the last 3,000 years, everyone else had those thoughts too. The biggest problem is just the area of dead air, after about 500 meters. I thought that I could take a tank of air and a breathing mask up there, like I was going deep sea diving, but I guess those ancient Draconists thought of that too. It's not just that the air is thin up there, it's that the air is drained from everything that goes up there. A tank of air would empty in minutes, lungs would empty in seconds. It's like a giant vacuum that leaves you breathless, no matter what you do, no matter who you get help from. Unless you can figure out how to climb a third of the tower without needing to breathe, then... Wait, if the air is being sucked out of your lungs, then doesn't that mean make you crumble and die? If it's a regular vacuum, then yeah, but there's nothing regular about this place. It's made of 3,000-year-old stone, but resists jackhammers. The Draconids didn't want anyone getting to the top unless they were using their method. 2 people, a lore keeper and a lore maker. A Draconid priestess and priest who would beseech the Lord Dragon to grant their wish. On the bright side, at least it's just trying to keep you out the unworthy, not actually trying to bury anyone who goes in. I feel like the floors where it's pulling the breath out of our lungs are pretty lethal. It's survivable. Not fun, but survivable. Man, I say dumbass things sometimes. Nah, it's fine, senpai. To tell you the truth, this is actually the first time I've told anyone this plan. Saying it out loud really makes it sound stupid, huh? What? No, it's not stupid. I take it seriously, but I don't think anyone else could. I mean, maybe you can't even take it seriously. It just feels like a big dream of a small guy. Like I'm trying to overcompensate for my lack of everything with ambition. Well, even if it's stupid, even if it's silly, I've spent too much time making this mistake to stop now. 6 years, you know? Thanks for hanging out with me, Sai. It wasn't a charity case. I enjoyed it. I'm assuming that you're interested in looping me into this plan? I don't know. A lot of the puzzles can be only solved by 2 people at once. A big guy and a small guy. It was meant to be a man and a woman, but... Well, I'm a lot smaller than most guys, and you're kind of the perfect size for the big guy role. Oh, is Wally saying you want to be the woman in that role? Shit! It makes sense, but I don't think so. Huh? Why? I'm not sure I could take it seriously. I mean, it's my own plan, and I'm not sure I could even believe that I'm actually planning it. That's gotta be a bad sign, right? I think it just means that you're not confident. It doesn't necessarily mean it's not a good plan. Well, it's not a plan yet. It's barely a concept of a plan. I mean, I don't even know where the treasure is at the top of the Sky Pillars yet. I have my theories, but I need to do some more research. Sure, keep me updated. Okay. Cool, call me as soon as you make any progress on this, alright? Okay. What are you gonna do? I'm gonna do some research on my own, after all. If I'm gonna be the big guy climbing the tower with you, I should probably know a bit about the tower. You don't have to be, you know. Yeah, I know, but I want to be. I'm sorry to be stubborn about this. Thanks, senpai. Shut up, Wally. We'll climb that tower and change the world. Count on it. The first person who has to take you seriously as yourself, and the rest of the world is right behind. See ya. I'm the big guy. Fuck yeah. I like how Forever I'll still pop out my Pikachu and Yellow is still freaking overjoyed all the time. It's like she just knows that there's marbles coming out of my damn Pikachu. All right, guys, we're going to end it there. That was some more Pokemon Academy Life. We're leveling up. We're getting pretty close. We did Wally. We did, freaking, I'm drawing a blank with the person that we did first. Dawn. We did the 2 of them today. We're getting close. We're almost there. Okay, we're almost there. A few more weeks. And we're a week or 2, and we'll probably be to where we need to. So, thank you guys so much for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed the content that was displayed today. Check my channel for more videos that I've done, like this one. And I will see all of you guys in the next video. Take care, lovelies. And as usual, have yourselves a damn good one.